What is this webinar going to be about? Well, it's going to be a deep and timely and empowering look at what is unfolding on Earth right now and how we can best navigate it with sovereignty and clarity. This moment on the planet is super intense. Distortions are rising to the surface. Disclosure is unfolding in fragmented ways, and the psychological and spiritual pressure is increasing for anyone who carries truth. But here's the reality most people forget. We are not waiting for disclosure. We are the disclosure. When we live in our authenticity, carry truth. When we're true to ourselves. And when we're true to ourselves, we can see through distortion. We can see through deception. And we feel a lot less confused about where everything is going because we recognize that we are the scriptwriters of our future. So I'm going to really be diving into how the awakening on the planet right now weakens inorganic systems, how when we embody truth, the false grids naturally collapse. And as we rise in frequency, the old power structures lash out in desperation, which is exactly what we're seeing right now. Even people don't really know what is coming over them, are lashing out. People are accusing one another of horrific things that aren't true. And there is an amplification of this like voice to skull going on and fragmented people that are getting some sort of instructions to, create a lot of division and a lot of conflict. So this webinar will explore false timelines, AI agendas, and engineered inversions, how spiritual architecture has been manipulated, how artificial timelines function, and how to exit the energetic overlays created to siphon, confuse, or redirect human consciousness. Exiting the control grid from within. So this webinar will include understanding the weaponized zodiac, and how it reveals the psychological and energetic traps humanity has been conditioned through, and how deprogramming these distortions help collapse the grid from the inside out. And this is how we flip the script, is understanding the shadow versions, the unintegrated versions, the trauma loops, the Saturn moon matrix, dark technologies. How does that show up in our chart? How does it show up on the planetary grid network? How is it showing up in our current world? So we'll also explore the 13th sign, which the sun moves through every year, November 30th to December 17th. So this is literally an exact week before the sun moves through Ophiuchus. The Ophiuchus sign was removed and it's been energetically suppressed. And the 13th sign restores balance, breaks cycles of inversion, and reactivates the organic alchemical template of transformation. It's ruled by Chiron. It's connected to the mother, the return of the divine mother, and the 13th tone, and how the system has been rigged to keep that out. I will be getting into. So what's really behind UFO disclosure? This presentation will have a grounded look at deeper ET human connection, the controlled narrative rollouts, and why this moment is strategically important, both for the deep state and for the awakening of humanity. I'll get into galactic energies and DNA activation, why people are feeling major internal shifts, identity restructuring, intuitive expansions, and timeline acceleration, and how these changes reflect the cosmic energies upgrading our DNA and guiding us back to true purpose. The alchemical laws of creation, I'll be getting into how consciousness, intention, resonance, shadow integration, and spiritual alignment generate reality, and how understanding these laws helps you build, create, and manifest from the organic timeline rather than the hijacked one. Staying sovereign and grounded during chaos, tools for nervous system regulation, discernment, and psychic clarity while the external systems destabilize, so you can remain centered, focused, and internally free. The return of the divine feminine and ancient earth wisdom, the divine blueprint, divine masculine, and why smears, attacks, and distortions are increasing. So it's not a sign that the darkness is winning. It's a sign that the inorganic timeline is breaking down. And as more people awaken, those who cling to the old control structures become louder, more desperate, and more distorted. So the smear campaigns, the psychic attacks, the disinformation, and character assassination attempts rise when collective control is slipping away. So it's not a fall of the light. It is the last gasp of systems that no longer hold power over awakened consciousness. So finally, what is happening astrologically right now? There is intense Scorpio and Uranian purging. There's collective shadow exposure, rapid timeline acceleration, deep karmic unraveling, and a major gateway as we move towards the 13 sign window, which brings transformation, truth, serpent wisdom, healing, and alchemical rebirth. And this isn't the lower inverted serpent wisdom. This is connected to the dragon lines. This is connected to Kundalini. This is connected to the restoration of the Tree of Life template, which is ultimately where this is all heading and why unity consciousness is so important, because we help to switch each other on. We help to activate what is dormant. And all these divide and conquer strategies are to achieve the opposite, where we're pit against each other, where we do not want to integrate or awaken. We've become compartmentalized. And right now, with Pluto square Chiron and some of the planetary aspects going on, it's really reaching ahead for a lot of people. I also talk about de-weaponizing the weapons and how the laws of alchemy and the 13th sign and its presence is helping to break all of this down. So we're either willing to do this work or we're not. But the thing is, those who aren't are really going to be pushed to the edge. And at every moment they do have a choice. And once your choice is to reroute and return to your internal truth and love and integrity, which your higher self knows is a part of your truth frequency, that's when the change really begins to happen. So I hope you will be there. We'll explore so much together, and I'll have a chance for a Q&A. And I always like to offer discounted sessions and easy ways to work with me so that you can navigate your chart and explore what might be getting in your way. And also to remind yourself how divine and incredible you are, and everything that you go through in life is designed to bring you home. This inverted matrix is trying to convince you to give your power away and see the results from outside of you. And that's why it's so easy in these times of stress or panic, or these different growth periods and initiations. It's easy to just freak out and want something outside of ourselves to solve it, when really that discomfort is leading to a revelation, an epiphany, and a remembrance that soon will not be so uncomfortable anymore. We just need to keep breathing through it and working together. And then the outer disclosure will be much more in resonance. We will help call it forward, because we won't stand for any lesser, watered down version, inverted version, or false timeline or false narrative scenario. So it's a time for clarity. Take care, everybody. Hope to see you there. And I'll share the links in the description.